Formula One moves away from the Principality and over to Canada. We're on the Ile Notre Dame, a man-made island back in the 60s. We're on the land around the casino for the Canadian Grand Prix at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. 8 races down as well. Round 9 takes us here in Canada and kicks off June, followed then as well by the Spanish Grand Prix in a couple of weeks' time. Austria leads us in as well, along into July with the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Hungary then takes us to Belgium for the summer break. August has us in the Netherlands, and then Italy takes us to September along with Azerbaijan and Singapore. October sees us in Austin, Texas for the United States Grand Prix, then to Mexico. Then November takes us to Brazil and Las Vegas. December has Qatar and Abu Dhabi. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen leads on 169 points. Charles Leclerc is second with Lando Norris now in third. Carlos Sainz drops to fourth. Sergio Perez is fifth. Oscar Piastri sixth. George Russell and Lewis Hamilton seventh and eighth. Fernando Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda round out the top 10. Lance Stroll is 11th on 11 points, Bearmester on 6th, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Albon now jumping to 15th, Ocon and Magnussen and Gasly now with points, Zhou, Bottas and Sargent still pointless. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead on 276, Ferrari and then McLaren close behind. Mercedes and Aston Martin in a little battle, RB ahead now of Haas, Williams with points as well as Alpine, Sauber the only pointless team on the grid. Let's take a look around the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve here on the Ile Notre Dame, a 2.710 mile circuit, 70 laps ahead of us as well. A man-made island. It's a driver fan favourite. All starts with a good exit through the last corner, past the wall of champions. Keep the car sort of centred towards the track as you start the lap. Downhill towards turn number 1, light on the brakes all the way down into a second gear corner. Gently control the slide, the rear always wants to step out on you as you approach turns 3 and 4. Quick through the chicane as well, carry so much more exit curb, you're allowed to do it as you rise up to past the casino and one of my favourite corners. A lot of inside curb, switch back, control the power and the slide in the rear as you open up the DRS down towards turns 8 and 9. Heavy on the brakes once more, down into 4th gear, control the speed of the exit, quick flick again through the chicane as you approach the fearsome turn 10 hairpin. You're going down now, all the way to 2nd gear. Gently leave it on idle, then push the power down as you grow down past the old start-finish straight as well, past the Detroit Casino on the right, and now down towards the fearsome last chicane and the wall of champions. Get it wrong here as well, from 8th gear down to 5th, and you're in the wall. Use so much more exit curb, keep the car again pinned to the right, and that is a lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve here in Canada. The Circuit Gilles Villeneuve once again plays host to a Formula One World Championship event. Been on the calendar since 1978. It's a wet track. We can't wait to see what we're going to have on the land around the casino. Hello everybody, welcome up to the commentary box then. Here we go. Montreal, Canada. One of my favourite races on the calendar, and once again, it looks like we're going to be treated to rain. Yep, rain throughout the weekend is expected. It's downpoured really heavy now before the first session. They've resurfaced the track. There's now a lot of leaves on the circuit. We're just seeing the safety car going round into the pit lane now. We're expecting an announcement shortly. Leaves on the track.
We have already got that
brand new
announcement.
surface. It doesn't look good. JT's with me. Megan's going to be here soon as well. But hello, JT. What are you thinking?
Hello. Yeah, we've already got that announcement. Classic race control message of session will start on time. Pit lane will remain closed.
Right, so they are going to keep the
clock
hour.
will tick, but there'll be no cars on track.
I haven't got that radio message as well coming through on my monitor as well. Oh, yeah, I see it from Jenny coming in as well. She just looked down as well. Andrew Benson saying, session will start on time, pit lane remain closed. Thank you, JT. So, yeah, that's why the yellow flag then is already out. So it looks like we're going to have a interesting start shortly. As well, Omi's down there watching along the pit lane as well, just making sure if we miss anything he can voice up. Megan's going to be with me shortly as well. What are you up to, JT, as well? Also, a nice trophy in the background.
Roblox school as well.
Say again?
And I'm also trolling in a Roblox school at the same time.
Hello, nice. Omi. How are you doing?
Hello. Hi. Yes, I'm doing well and looking forward to this weekend. But not looking forward to some stuff. With the Sky team this weekend, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean as well. Who've put two of them on. So that's why you're here. Best place in the house. Just want to start as well. Jess isn't with us this weekend as well. She's taking some personal time off as well. Jess, best wishes to you as well. And we can't wait to have you back on the team when you feel ready to come back. So she won't be leading our IndyCar coverage as well. The IndyCar coverage this weekend, Omi will be doing the streaming and Jackson will be leading the commentary team as well. And then depending on what time we finish in Canada, I'll slide over and start the stream as well with Omi so that his PC doesn't blow up. And then we'll leave Jackson and Omi commentating and I'll act as pit reporter for Road America as well. So just a nice ease back into it. USRN have the call as well for NASCAR. So we'll also be on the same time on USRN radio with Jackson and Omi. So it's going to be a bit of a weird weekend how it's going to work out because everything's on at the same time. But yeah, that's how the lineup's going to be. So Megan's with us for every single session this weekend to keep consistency up here in the comms box. That's because Josh T's not going to be with us on Sunday. He's going to American NASCAR Fest. And tomorrow, your trackside, JT, as well, for the British Touring Cars, practice 1, 2, and qualifying as well.
Yeah, absolutely, which is what I'm doing here. I'm getting equipment ready already. Sunday will be fun. Brands Hats, American Speed Fest 11. VIP grid walk tickets. Incredible. F1 Fantasy, Josh.
Yes. After
Monaco and getting a beautiful total of minus 88 points from that weekend, I've gone away from Haas.
Really? Who have you gone for?
Yes. Max Verstappen, Zoe, Alonso. Then I've changed. Albon, Sonoda are in. The Haas drivers out. Williams in, Haas out.
Brave call to put Williams in, but both of them now scoring as well, aren't they? Well, Albon scores.
So we'll see.
No scores for Sargent at the moment, of course, as well. So that's a good pick, actually. So the first session is due to get underway shortly. As we know, the green light will go on, but the track pit lane exit will remain closed. That's why the yellows are out there on the circuit. Hopefully we have a session, but it's starting to feel, JT, a bit like last year where we had the red flag for the CCTV systems not working and had an extended second session where it rained.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has rained quite a lot. I'm trying to find where I saw it. Here it is. Chris Medland has been tweeting. They've had to wrap stuff up in the commentary boxes because of the commentary boxes leaking. And it sounds like the home broadcaster RDS got the worst of it.
Oh, these are brand new commentary boxes as well. Okay, let's hand it over to Simon, who's going to give you all the times, and then we'll get ready for the session. In fact, no, forget that. We're going to go straight on as well because it's 10 to the hour. Here it comes then. It's going to be an interesting first session, depending on how much running we get. Here comes FP1. It's the Canadian Grand Prix around the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, a man-made island on the Ile Notre Dame. It's purposely built as well and was used in the Canadian Olympics back in 1978. This amazing venue has been on Formula One since 1978 as well. The land between the sea and the mainland as well. It's a bit hard to tell where's where today. Water is absolutely everywhere. 4.361 kilometres, 2.710 miles. 65% of this lap, as you can see on the track map, is at full throttle. 5.26 metre elevation change coming at turn 2 and at turn 10. It's a flat surface. Tyre compounds, well, hard, soft and medium are C3, C4 and C5, but the track is that flooded we're going to be using the green intermediate, and I'm expecting the blue wet weather tyre. Interesting fact as well, after the Japanese Grand Prix, we're working to the rules. Teams now have 5 sets of intermediate tyres and only 2 sets of wet weather tyres across the whole weekend. Now, the wet weather tyres each can do around about 45 laps, so I'm not expecting to see too much running out there today just in case we need it, but the worst of it, JT, seems to have passed, and the sun starting to find its way back through, but it's a clean-up operation because, effectively, it was absolutely deluged, and the track has been completely resurfaced, undergone upgrades to curbs and runoffs. It's a bit more safer, a bit more less 1970 street circuit, bit more 2024. But with that, we've now got a completely clean surface. Bitumen that's going to be rising up throughout. The sun is already burning off some of the water, but they send them out there right now. It's going to be like an ice rink. So it's very, very dangerous, which is why the green light's going to go on, but no cars are going to leave the pit lane.
Yeah, absolutely as well. And I believe the worst of it is a massive puddle at turns 5 and 6, I have heard also. But I don't think we're going to get going for a little while here, as even Lewis Hamilton went to Frederick Festi and joked, saying that you can drive for me through practice 1 because he doesn't want to go out because of how bad the weather is, and all the leaves coming onto this surface as well. There's the confirmation from race control that we knew 8 minutes ago, so well done, Sky. Session will start on time. Pit exit will remain closed, so green light will go on, but red light, it's weird.
A few little sprinkles of rain down there as well, so we are going to get a session, but not the one you thought of. Down there in the pit lane, though, for us is Ted Kravitz, and he'll be giving us all the info.
Rachel, well, as you well know, open-toed sandals are not permitted in the pit lane. It applies to your shoes as much as it does to mine. So I've got the waterproofs on today. No more of the whiteys down here. But I've spotted something interesting that I want to show you and get your views on, because I'm sort of racking my mind as to what test Red Bull are doing with their suspension arm, their pull rod. Here, so they put targets on it. So they've just showed it what they're doing to the technical man from the FIA, or rather the man from the FIA's technical department. And obviously in those 2 camera housings, either side, can you see the nose where it says Zoom Arctic Wolf?
Yes, yes, we've got you.
I don't know whether that's Zoom Arctic Wolf is one sponsor or 2, but anyway, I like the sound of Zoom Arctic Wolf. Either side of that are the cameras, the Formula One TV onboard cameras. Now, Red Bull have used them, or are using them, to put a camera and point that camera at the suspension, the pull rods, which now are adorned with targets. And they can see how they move. This is something that we've seen on lots of different cars. On the rear wing, they've got some spots to see how they move, to test the rear wing flexion. And we've seen that on front wing end plates, haven't we, Karina and Rachel, all throughout F1 history. I've never seen the targets on the suspension pull rod. So is this A test that they want to do because of some kind of future development, or B, something they found about their suspension and the way that pull rod arm moves that they, from the last race or 2, that they want to investigate more about?
Is this the curbs, Ted? Is this could this be to do with the curb problems they're having?
I mean, to look at it, they're not uniformly placed, those targets, are they? They some of them are flat, and then some of them curve round. Can you see it takes
curves, yes.
over the curves, or over the curve of the pull rod? So obviously, it's either it looks to me that it's going to measure the sort of horizontal flexion of that suspension arm, whether at a moment whether it is leaning or under load or riding a curb or whatever, to see how that arm actually backs off and then rotates forward, if it indeed it does. There wouldn't be any point, and they'd have the data to see how much that's actually going into the chassis, because they know that, don't they? But yeah, it's unusual. Karoon, any thoughts from your
Well, looking at it as well, it doesn't look that great. But JT,
I hate to be that person, but I've got bad news.
what have you got?
Chris Medland has said they're expecting more rain in 10 minutes.
It feels like do you know? It feels like it's last year all over again, where we were hanging around. If you remember, in the first session last year, the security system failed, and we were sort of just hanging around because all the CCTV systems failed. So we were hanging around waiting to see what was going to happen, and then they delayed the session. We have got a huge problem down towards turn 5 as well. So coming out of that's past the casino section as well. We're looking at it now on the TV monitors, where the water has just sort of puddled up, and they're having to get a massive tractor out there.
This is giving me Snetterton vibes.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Last time out.
The session is underway, by the way, just to let you know. The timer is ticking down now with 57 and 28 to go. But yeah, nothing's going to happen. So
yeah,
I feel for Jack Doohan, who's going to have this session pretty much useless. So yellow flags are out. The pit lane exit is closed as well. Megan's here in the commentary box as well, so she's going to walk in. She's
join the FP1 podcast.
Yeah, she's put her notes down. Is that your F1 notes or your journal notes? It's the journal notes. Hello, Megan.
It's my book notes, yes, for my research.
Your microphone lead is triggering me. It's that tangled. Hello.
Hello. I'm going to be doing research while this goes on because, well, I need to.
You've seen the track?
Yeah.
Not great, is it?
Not at all. It's giving me Belgian 21 vibes.
Yeah, well, we've had one red flag and now we have another. What have you got, JT?
Belgium 2021. The race, one of the races that years that we don't mention. Going back to touring cars at Thruxton tomorrow, I have full faith that the 54 times logical zoom will be able to see the final chicane from Noble.
Now, how it's going to work tomorrow is we're going to have, as normal, we're going to have trackside commentary in the practice sessions, and JT's camera is going to be located where the race control messages would be. So you'll still be able to see all the timing tower, all the track maps, and JT's camera is going to be there giving you all the shots. And then I'll be coming in as pre and post bits.
I am, well, because it's a 2.5 mile round trip to get to where I'm going to be, the backpack, unfortunately, we won't be going into the paddock area, which is annoying, I know.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I've been joking about it at school and places. Oh, Carlos Sainz, shall we go there first?
Yeah, please. We need to
the
delay.
table for me right now for the future, and there's some very good options out there, and something that I want to think about calmly and being very honest with you. Having a chance to win here this weekend, and then my home Grand Prix in Barcelona, having a chance to win in Monaco, it's very difficult to focus and take a decision on your future when you're so focused, in trying to maximize the year and having a competitive car this year. So yeah, at some point I'm gonna need to sit down and see all the options in the table. Right up until now, I've left it to my management and my team to negotiate and put together all the options in front of me once it's time to take a decision, and then I'll have to sit down and take it.
Good point. More important, you win here this weekend.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do.
Go on, JT.
So, yeah.
Megan's still here, just can't see her.
Go on.
Sorry, I just realised Megan. It looked like Megan. Yeah. Okay. The next band of rain.
There's the more rain which is coming, which I said was about to arrive.
Yeah, Ian Ferguson said next to incoming period of rain, not expected to be quite as heavy as the prior one, but still moderate level 2 to 3. FAA forecasts have advised teams the rain then may continue throughout the session once it arrives for about
1:35 local time, which is now, by the way.
Which
It's
is
actually
now.
a minute ago.
Yeah, which is now.
Yeah.
So such fun.
So yeah, it's been a little bit of a while. I've been joking as well, saying that I'm gonna become a proper camera operator with a full tripod camcorder and a computer and a headset just
you
there,
got
just
it.
going. Vroom. But yeah, we need to work out if we're using Discord or Video Ninja, because Video Ninja might be better.
We can use Video Ninja. Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah,
up.
it would
Yeah,
probably. The latency would probably be better.
yeah, because there's no commentary.
And also,
there's the break. Yeah, go on. There's no commentary, so yeah.
no, I am making my bag more heavier than it needs to be, and I am making sure that I don't run out of computer charge by taking 2 laptops.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing though. You're gaining technology and weight. I'm losing it because next time I go, I will be taking a lead, but that's as backup because I'm going to be having a wireless. I'm buying an £80 wireless adapter for XLR.
Nice.
It means I can have a proper handheld mic, and that will be staying all of it. I'm not going to mess around with using a headset to commentate on, because one thing I realised is that after the headset failed in race 3, using the handheld mic when the
Was
cars,
easier.
and when the cars came past as well, it didn't pop out.
No.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep the handheld mic, and also that means hell of a lot easier to carry around the backpack. Go on.
Also, what everyone else can hear on the stream, I'll be able to hear because I'm feeding the trackside commentary into my left ear, and I'll have you in my right ear or whatever. We work it out.
Oh yeah, well, I won't be doing.
Yeah.
Well, how it's going to work is for qualifying, I'll obviously be in the commentary box. I'll be commentating on qualifying.
But it'll
be
be trackside in the session of practice.
Yes, yeah, just so that we can get everything. So it's as normal because we've got a deal with them that practice would be done like that, unless one of us is trackside. But considering this is new technology for you, don't want to throw you in doing it all straight away. So let them do it and all that lot. It'll be similar actually what we're doing when we get to Knock Hill, because when we get to Knock Hill, I'll be walking the track with the camera, showing everyone the best angles, and then I'll be going back into the paddock doing the interviews post-session. So I won't be commentating during the practice sessions when we get to Knock Hill. So it's a similar way of how we're going to do it.
And I did a couple of tests a couple of days ago. I think Comey joined for like a second or so, and I set everything up. I put the camcorder into the capture card into the computer. It worked perfectly, but I would do it now and give an example. But the camcorder's charging for tomorrow.
Yeah, leave it. Don't touch a thing. Harry Benjamin and Alex Brundle are on the BBC Radio 5 live commentary team. We'll be hearing from them in their next commercial break. Go on.
Could be worse. It could be Danica Patrick and Jacques Villeneuve.
Yeah, I don't know why. Of all the things, we've got Jacques Villeneuve and Danica Patrick joining the Sky F1 team this weekend. The two most craziest conspiracy theories nuts in Formula 1, and Sky said, yeah, that'll be the punch team this weekend. And God for Martin Brundle. That's all I'm going to say coming into it as well. How many
And I'm guessing we've got a grid walk this week.
We do have a grid walk, yeah.
How the comments boxes are really close.
Do you want another good thing as well? For Not Kill,
Go on.
For Not Kill, I'm also in communication to see if I can do some grid walks. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I am asking if I can get on the grid for one of the races. Possibly it'll be race 3, because they've got the longest. Sorry, race 1, because they get the longest in between the gap.
What am I even doing that weekend?
at Knock Hill. Oh, Jacques Villeneuve's in the commentary box.
Drivers eagerly waiting to see if this rain is going to be enough to stop them going
dear.
out. We haven't started the session and the running yet, but I'm very pleased to say Jacques Villeneuve has joined us in the commentary box, 1997 world champion and local Jacques, or Canadian. You're at home, it's your home race. Is the rain going to stop? You need to know the forecast. You need to be able to tell us what's going to happen.
I grew up in Europe.
Well, this is true.
That works too.
I don't know, it's a little bit crazy, but when it pours, it really comes down. The bridges were closed for about an hour. I was stuck out the track 200 meters away from the entrance, and they just closed everything. That's why all the fans are walking in now, because the workers couldn't work with the thunder, so they just blocked everything. Everyone's coming in now, but I saw people running under the rain, so that was interesting.
They're pretty committed here with the weather, isn't it? I mean, I guess they're used to minus 27 or something in the winter.
-40. What do you mean minus 20? Come
okay,
on.
sorry. I only came on a slightly warm day.
He was complaining about how cold it was when he visited here once last night to us, saying it was minus 27 and when he went out for a walk.
It's painful.
Yeah. So they're pretty tough around here, I think, when it comes to weather.
They're used to it. I mean, they've all got their ponchos handy as well, putting them on right now. Jack, what are you hoping from this weekend? We know that this championship's come alive in the last few races. What are you hoping to see more of here?
Well, fun on the track and good driving, not the stuff we've seen in Monaco from a few drivers. Actual good driving with respect. We've seen different balance in who's quick, who's not quick, which car is good on high speed, low speed, straight lines, and the one that seems to put everything together, not the best at anything, but manages to do a good mix, is Ferrari. They're very good in the low speed, very good in the straight line, very good coming out of the corners. They're not the best at any of them, but when on this track is a mix of all these things, so they could shine.
McLaren obviously had the issues with the slow speed corners. They think they've got on top of it, but not perhaps 100%. There's still a tiny margin there where they're not quite sure where they can reach. Is that?
They seem to be surprised at their pace every
Yes.
time. Tracks with long straight lines, they were quick. That was a big surprise. Monaco, slow speed corners, they were quick. Another big surprise. So I think we have to count on them every track now.
I think you're right, because I think they're just managing expectations by sort of saying we're going to be bad everywhere. And then it's like, they're under promising and over delivering. Whereas actually, they're quick everywhere. They were quick in Miami, quick in Monaco. They've had a competitive car ever since they put the update package on for Miami.
And it seems to be a good driver
well.
driver pairing, because they manage to get the car better.
Very good.
You don't want drivers to only be quick in a race. You want drivers to actually work with the team, make the car better. And when you have two drivers doing that, it really moves forward.
Yeah, you see the improvement.
Thanks, guys. So, safety car and the medical car, they're groundhog! Yay! 2 groundhog passing the safety car and a blackbird! Woohoo! I think, Megan, the main thing is it's dry in the third sector. It's not too bad, but there's leaves, and then there's all these standing waters just over the curbs, and it's a
Yellow's back out.
Yeah, it's a brand new surface as well. And the safety car nearly bent it into the champions wall. And now it looks like it's raining. It is. It's raining again.
It is. That's why they've got the yellow out again.
Yeah. So it started
this
raining.
is the scheduled weather which we were expecting.
Green. Seriously.
But yeah,
Now
it's definitely not green. There's definitely still people.
Huge amount of water coming to turn 1 and turn 2 from the safety car.
That safety car
Oh,
cannot
the
hold
squeal! You could hear the tyre squeal.
There's no traction, and the medical car's struggling to keep up with it.
on. The medical car almost needed an ambulance.
This has reminded me a lot of 2011, actually, as well. You remember that race, actually, Megan. You were in the commentary box for most of that race, the 4 hours. You were only young, though. You had to go to bed. It ended up being past midnight at the end of that
That's because I was like 6.
4 hours and 4 minutes that race was. It
Did I actually sit still for as long as I could?
The race ended at Monday at 12:04.
12:04.
Yeah, in 2011.
I mean, I don't know. It might have been like 11 o'clock I had to go to bed because...
Yeah, well, if you remember, my
headset
headset ran out of charge that day, so I had to transfer over to my new handheld mic I got for that weekend. Do you remember? And you had the handheld mic, so I nicked it off you because otherwise I couldn't commentate.
Wasn't that my first year of proper commentary?
It was a little bit one. It was like a few tests you did. You just got bored.
Can you blame me? It was late at night and I was 6.
It was a long race. Do you remember 2011 at all?
Vaguely.
The red-shouldered blackbird, as David Coulthard would say. I've got a feeling, though, that Megan, that if you don't remember 2011, we might feel it. It was worse. It was better than Spa. Spa was worse than that.
I remember... I think I was 7 at the time, or 8. I remember I was doing the end of year things and I fell off a chair.
Yeah, it was 2012.
It's like, it was really dramatic too. I just disappeared.
Tedos is down there with safety car 2.
To borrow
Right,
a
okay,
McLaren.
thanks.
So heavy enough to actually feel it properly dropping on your head and wishing that you had some sort of umbrella, but not heavy enough to have a further stoppage of the session.
Estimated time of pit exit open is 5 minutes. It is in 10 minutes time.
It's shiny over the Haas garage. But if you look down the end of the pit lane where the Haas garage is, it's blue skies and high cloud and not
That's
the
what
rain.
we're seeing. Yeah, that's what we're seeing from our
but
window.
of course, down here at,
Yeah, you lot-
at the front of the pit lane, we still see the red light showing there to indicate the pit lane is still closed. We're underneath this cloud, which is currently putting more rain on the track, and it's the standing water, as you've already said, Rachel, that is the
could just say
problem.
it's raining.
And now on track, I'm not sure if it's being shown on the pictures, but there is there's a vacuum vehicle. There's a
There are lots of vehicles
Yeah.
we're seeing right now, Ted. Yeah.
Actually,
water
it's-
sucker-upper. Yes, Corinne.
Yeah, Ted, sorry, just to interrupt you. It's just come up on the timing screen here that the pit lane will open in 8 minutes' time.
Yeah.
So
The track's
the
clear.
trucks are now, they're actually coming back towards you. So we're seeing
Okay.
these trucks now driving back towards the pit lane.
So they've got rid of the standing
Oh,
water that they
8
needed to on
vehicles.
track, but in that time, it has started raining again. I just have a bit of news for you. If you're wondering, or if you're following Jack Doohan's progress and you're thinking, well, if he's been nominated for this session, and what happens if none of them run or the pit lane remains closed, does that still count as his
he
nominated
replaced
free practice 1
Ocon?
session? And the Alpine team have told me that the Rule 32.4 refers to a team having to nominate a driver for a pre-practice session. There is no reference to any mileage requirements. So and I think Doohan will get some laps, but even if he didn't, it would be bad luck Jack, but it would still be, the Alpine would still be able to count this as the session that he did. Even though he didn't do it.
that's tough.
But he will
That's tough.
he will be doing some laps, as I anticipate all drivers will.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ted. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get some running out there on the circuit today. Just a question of when, really. Estimated pit lane open is in 6 minutes' time. But Megan, look at that. It started raining really heavy now as well.
It has.
So then, JT, is it dry at Thruxton tomorrow? Out of interest.
I have checked, and I wouldn't be taking everything if it wasn't dry.
I feel like a vehicle.
I learned from 2022 Vansat's launch day for
3?
the touring cars, Josh.
3?
Yeah,
2023.
and you will, 23, yeah. You will never guess what sound mixer I'm taking to Thruxton tomorrow.
The broken one from 23.
It actually isn't broken, it has fixed itself.
Oh. Pit exit will open.
I don't know how.
Pit exit will open in 4 minutes' time. So it's actually fixed. So you've got 3 bus
Awesome.
mixers now.
2. Well, 3 if you count the duo.
The M1. Yeah.
Yeah.
That the one we've got that we use. Because what we do is
Yeah.
with the M audio, we have, obviously, for when Megan uses it, we've got the headset and the audio for the track. And then if we need it, we can split it off into having...
Yeah.
because we've got splitters for someone else having a microphone.
I think I am just going to take the baby bus mixer because I don't think I need the M.
No, don't take the M. Yeah.
I don't need the M.
Yeah, definitely take the baby bus mixer. That one's reliable.
It is, what is it? Weather, I looked, and it's still, hopefully, let me look.
Saying that, we've
It
got it.
is,
Yeah.
yep, it's the same, 0% rain.
Now, pit exit opens in 2 minutes. Car's going to venture out into the track. Just wondering if Sky are going to miss it.
Yes.
Yeah, I must admit, don't like the fact that Jacques Villeneuve as well. I just, world champion, let's not forget. But boy, oh boy, is he, just as bad as Danica Patrick with the randomness and accusations as well. Singing wasn't that great either. Did you know that? Yeah, he released an album. Not many people know about it.
Oh, no, I am glad that I don't know about it.
I did not know about it.
Well, it didn't sell very many copies as well. It was about being a world champion as well. Jacques
Of course it was.
Jacques claimed himself as a bit of a playboy back in the day as well. Yeah. If you Google some of the lyrics, it's not the greatest. overall as well. Let's go to the YouTube chat, actually. Rod says, a lot of work for the drivers on this track, a real driver circuit. I love this place. Adam says, it's going to be a wet weekend. It's good to hear Jack Villeneuve on the call with Sky Sports. Also said, our take on David Malukas being back in the IndyCar series in Meyer Shank Racing. I think it's a sensible call because I don't really think that Helio Castroneves can do the full season. I just feel sorry for Tom Blomqvist. I don't think that was the right call, personally, but nice that David actually gets to get in after the breaking the wrist earlier this season and McLaren letting him go. So, yeah, looking good. Just a reminder as well that Jackson Lambrose will be leading our coverage of IndyCar along with Omi this weekend as well. Best wishes to Jess, who's taking a couple of races off. I think she'll be with us at Le Mans as well, but she's taking some time away from the series. And I believe Jackson's also going to be at Laguna Seca trackside for us as well, getting us some information.
And this will not be the year that I do the full 24 hours of Le Mans.
Why? What have you got?
I've been invited to laser tag.
Oh, jammy. So, yeah, all right then.
Very Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Green light, and we are underway. The pit lane is open, and cars can venture
look, they've
onto
missed
the
it.
circuit. And Sky have missed it, yeah. Green light, pit lane is open. Right, come on, Sky. Cars are going to go out there. Get us back on television.
They're like, no.
To be fair, I don't. Who is this? Oh, Gypsy Rose. Yeah, that's what we need to see. Fantastic.
Fine.
Yeah, come on, get us back on action. The cars are out the pit lane and we are underway. And Lewis Hamilton is the first car to venture out on the intermediate tyres. That's brave. Then again, they've only got 2 sets of full wet weather tyres. So if Hamilton bins it, this will be good. But it's a brand new surface here. Canadian fans celebrate him. By the way, turns 1 and 2 here are painted yellow and green to remember Ayrton Senna, because we haven't done that enough over the past 4 Grand Prix.
Can't some of them also be the same? Like well, I suppose those.
All the curves are normally for us. I know what you mean, but yeah. I know what you mean.
For Ratzenberger.
The amount of Senna tributes is getting on a bit. It's getting like Formula One is making. It's just cashing in on tragedy, which is unfortunately death is profit in Formula One. Bit of Twitch there.
No,
I don't want to listen to tragedy. Thank you very much.
I don't fancy listening to Steps today.
Lot of spray down to 10.89. By the way, if you're watching along with us on YouTube and Twitch, we've added in the Marshall posts now. So in the circle numbers, that is the turn number, and in the in the square boxes, that is the Marshall posts where the lights are. So if you see a yellow sector at Marshall point 5. Watch for number 5 flashing on the board, so it'll tell you where it needs to be. Hamilton sliding, coming out of turn 1, giving everybody a wave as well. The fans looking in. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're all keeping dry out there. Stay within 10 car lengths clear, so they're doing a safety car simulation. Valtteri Bottas has come out onto the circuit as well now, as long as Lewis Hamilton, and we're underway. Here's Bottas, and he is on the full wet weather tyres, JT, just so I thought was the natural thing to do in these wet weather conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they only get 2 wet weather tyres. Is there option for the FIA to give them a third like there was with the Inters?
No. That is the whole point, is that at the start of the year it was 4 Inters and 3 wets. Then we had the Japanese Grand Prix. So they went, okay, we'll give you an extra set of intermediates for the weekend, but you'll lose a set of wet weather tyres. So they get 5 intermediates.
Because they don't use them a lot, do they?
That's fair.
Yeah, so you get 5 intermediates and 2 wet weather tyres, 2 full wet weathers. They can do 45 laps each. But here's the thing. You don't have to give a set of intermediate tyres back until after practice 3 now. And you could still get an additional set tomorrow morning. So they could have up to 6 intermediates going into end of practice 3.
It's very low.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not surprised though. It's a resurfaced track, and it's covered in rain, so there's no grip on it. It's brand new surface, and he's out there in intermediate tyres. Not the smartest there from Lewis Hamilton.
I can confirm that I am not leaving or abandoning you for not kill.
Oh, great.
I will be in the control centre.
You'll be on team viewer then, making sure it all goes right, because as well.
Megan.
Well, oh, she'll be here too.
What?
When I'm in Scotland.
When's that?
August.
Yeah,
10?
but I won't be here for a week after.
Oh no, that's right. 10 to 11 I'm here. It's alright, you're being replaced for the MotoGP weekend with, I believe, Maddie Patterson.
So I'll be in London.
Yes, and you're being replaced with Maddie Patterson. So, I'm sorry, but a better
Is that
trade.
for Red Bull
Yes, yeah.
ring?
Austria.
Megan, how do you feel about getting out of a Red Bull ring race?
Relieved, because as everyone who knows about me and the Red Bull ring, I love the circuit, but I've done it so many times that it's literally, it makes me want to scream out of frustration every single time I go and
Please
commentate
don't.
on it.
Yeah, you did it 5 times in a year once as well.
8. It was
times.
8
8
times
in a year,
in a year, and 4 is usually the thing. So I'm just like, oh, Austria again.
She's only doing it once this year, so that's not too bad.
It's a relief.
Bottas radio.
Bottas.
Yeah, I think we can do inters. Should be okay.
Yeah,
Okay, copy.
that's why Hamilton's got out there as well. He's done a
And he
140.
pits.
Yeah. 140.077 for Hamilton. Bottas was, I can't tell you because he's boxed it. But I think it was a 143, his previous lap time as well. But unfortunately, the last lap has gone to in pit, so that's not terribly useful. Norris is out there as well. He's on a set of wet weather tyres. We've got Joe and the 2 Hasses. So everyone bar Hamilton. So if you take a look actually at the timing screen, everyone bar Hamilton's out there on wet weather tyres. Everybody else, Hamilton's out there on inters and going a lot faster than everybody else as well. So, yeah.
What a NASCAR livery this weekend for the number 6 team.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be here.
Have you seen it, Josh?
No, I haven't.
Let me send it to you.
Well, I can't view anything on it. All my stuff is here. Megan might be able to go.
I'm busy.
Why are you here?
I don't know. You're the one who told me
Yes.
go in here.
Yeah, because kind of needed you. But yeah.
I'm here. Tell the track to do more.
Well, we've actually got cars on track, and to save my voice, that's why you're
It's
here.
opening laps.
Do you ever get that urge to just hit your sister over the head with a chair?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, pillow.
yeah. Norris comes into the pit lane as well. He takes it out.
A pillow would be too soft.
Yeah, it isn't.
Told you.
It isn't.
136.654 as well for Hamilton, doing the fastest time overall then. Bottas is a 2-minute point 81.
Yeah.
Is there lag or something? Because every time I try and talk, people are interrupting me.
Be hard for like
Possibly.
Let's hear Bottas. This is him in the pit lane with a change to intermediate tyres. And another slow stop. Rear right, not going on the way he wanted it to, JT.
Yeah, that isn't good on...
Wait,
It looks
come
like
on.
rear left, Josh, instead. So they get the other wheel gun out. There we go. Yeah, it's a Despicable Me 4 livery for the 6 team. So, yes, and King Bob is on it. It actually looks pretty good for an advertisement. I won't lie. Brief yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, so there we see Piastri coming out of turn 2. Brief yellow down at turn 9. Piastri radio.
Feels okay so far. I think it's going to drive very quickly.
Yeah, it certainly feels like that.
Well, the sun's coming out. What's the track temperature at now? I can't read that on the monitor.
28.4.
So that's increasing what it was. Oh, it's up here. 18.4 is air temperature. 83% humidity as well. Keep forgetting I've got another monitor just here as well.
Jack is boxing.
So, Kevin Magnussen.
That's new.
Yeah, Sworn saying F and then Bucks. So ducks, Bucks. I don't know. Groundhogs.
Either that or he's turning like into like Canadian language. I'm pretty sure they have something similar.
Watch out, Will Buxton.
Why? What's Buxton done with groundhogs?
He's after you.
That's ominous.
Why is he after me? What have I done?
No, the radio message.
Oh, Buxton. Takes you a while to hear. There's an annoying clicking
Yes.
I can hear. This is what's driving me mad. It's like I've got so many things coming through my earphones. The Sky producers, JT, Megan, my own self as well, the radios. But I can hear a clicking in the ear, like a scratching clicking, like a rat on a drain pipe. And it's really, really driving me up the wall. Don't know what it is in the background. But I can hear it.
I don't think it's me.
No, it's not you, because it's like there's rattling. Can anyone else hear that on the stream?
I can hear it too.
You can
I
hear
think
it.
it's the actual thing.
If you can hear it on the stream, let me know, because it's just like someone's rattling the mic. Maybe it's because maybe one of the track cameras is near a drain and the water's draining.
I think it is.
Double yellow sector 5, and that's where Zhou Guanyu is right now. As he spun off the track. Yeah, Zhou's slow. And, Zhou's hit the wall! Zhou's hit the wall and the suspension damage as well. Look, he's turning towards the left and the car's going straight. So, big suspension failure there.
Oh, and puncture.
Yeah, so rear right as well. So he's hit the wall coming out the exit. So he's drifting to the wall, the top half of the track. This will be a red flag. And
Yep.
it is red flag, as I'm okay, says Zhou Guanyu. So red flag's out then. There he is. Look, he's hit the wall at the top of the hill.
Poor Doohan's not going to get any laps in.
No, he's not, JT. And that's a big whack to do
No.
both. It's like the steering column's just come completely off.
No time for Doohan. He's in 9th, so he's not been out on track yet. But that's Zoe out of the session down at turn 6, where all the issues was with all the standing water. Let's hope that no more rain comes. But the sky is clearing above the circuit.
And snow is falling. What's Megan up to? I really hope you're taking your... What are you doing?
Fly.
Oh, a fly. Oh, for God's sake. So he's hit the rear left. Isn't that the same one that he just had a problem with coming into the pit lane as well?
Possibly.
Yeah, and he's damaged her. So he's here we go. He's going to aquaplane. Where is this? This is at the final chicane. This is at Wall of Champions. Well, there's nothing there.
He just loses it.
Rear twitches.
That's near the curbs to lose it. He just went straight on going around the corner.
Nothing wrong there. Tyre looks fine. They've started this to it. Here we go. So it's coming out of turn 5. There! Big snap on the puddle and just drifts it into the wall. Did well not to have a secondary impact back across the other side of the circuit. Here he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny, isn't it?
He says, yeah, I lost a little bit the rear as I come into it.
Why did no voice come through on that?
No idea. The team radio's all playing out. Don't forget the system's about to be flooded over there, so maybe it's water. Craig says he can hear it as well, the crackle. So
It's not just your imagination.
it's not just my imagination. It must be coming from the world feed. Like
So
there's
he's not going mad
Yeah, maybe Jacques Villeneuve or someone in the commentary box is moving there.
or
Boom.
clicking.
Yeah.
tongue.
Yeah, like on a keyboard or something or other.
Oh.
What? Oh, you don't see that every day.
Thompson.
The JCB is exactly is lime green, the same colour as the car. You don't see that every day. The Manu lift.
No.
That's quite funny. On the stake F1.
Thompson isn't racing this weekend for WSR.
Really? Yeah, he just came
Yeah.
back in. Did Brands? Oh well, I'm breaking my notes later for that. Coming in for touring cars. There's Alessandro Bravi, the team representative and managing director at Kicksauber.
Did you not see Zach's new
Tattoo. I saw it, yes.
I think he even let Lando put a line on.
Oh, that's brave.
Yeah.
Right, I heard it again. It's someone in the Sky F1 commentary box. They've got,
I heard paper go.
Yeah, someone's got their headset on in the back of the box. That's
Or
driving
they've
me
left a
nuts.
mic on accidentally.
Kenny says, don't worry, it's not your fault. I just hearing it twice my side. Yeah, so there is clicking somewhere.
Yeah, and it's definitely not me, because when that happened, I kept my mic still.
Yeah,
so
so it's not you. So there's something. There's something
it's coming from the world feed.
Yeah. It's really annoying how that goes to practice too, because that's going to be like, it's sunshine now. This is the joy of Canada, that you can have torrential thunderstorm and rain 1 second, and then bang, you get beautiful weather. And they have improved the facilities a lot here over the last 12 months, because you used to not be able to get back to the paddock if you were stranded in the track. But now they've built some walkways and put some bricks in, so you can actually get back to the paddock.
Look, there's a whole little reef there.
There's a beach as well now as well. They've added loads. And this is a man-made island as well. So, yeah.
Because it's nice, you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, yeah. No nature here. This was all man-made, this bit.
And yet, they decided to put groundhogs on it.
Yeah, I think they just move in. Big puddle, isn't it, coming through my favourite section of track through turn 5. And Joe gets a rear tank snapper. So the 25-year-old says on the team radio he suffered some aquaplaning, which resulted in Sauber hitting the barriers on the left-hand side, exit turn 5. Track is clear. It's a safer barrier system here as well. Exit turn 5, which already saved Brendan Hartley a couple of years ago when Lance Stroll decided to be his usual dear self and crashed into him in 2018.
As usual.
Yeah. Session will resume now. Oh, green flag in 7 seconds.
Thank goodness.
I did not take that. That was a very quick
Did they
restart
give us
time.
warning?
No, they did not. They gave us 30 seconds warning. They gave us 23 seconds warning.
Yeah. Usually they're meant to give us 5 minutes.
Yeah, green light's on. Look at that though. This afternoon, rain. Saturday, rain. Sunday, it's raining sideways. Now it's sunny though. There's Montreal. And we're on the Ile Notre Dame. Man-made island. New road they built into this place as well, so you don't have to come in by boat anymore.
Oh,
This is the bridge that they built.
Ooh, they built a couple of bridges.
This is the one circuit in the world where Megan can never visit.
Why? Am I banned or something?
No, but the only way for F1 personnel to get in is to walk across the water on very dodgy river beds. That is blocks of wood laid across the water and strung each side very tightly, so it creates a bridge, but there's no guardrails or anything. You just have to walk along the centre of it, and it rocks as you walk. So you can never visit this track because you can never get in. And
Can't I go by boat?
you have to take a boat to the commentary box. So yes, you can get in by boat, but you're still going to walk in.
I
But
hate boats anyway.
You don't like boats anyway, so this is the one track that you can never go to.
What about the bridge?
The bridge in comes
Yeah.
to the wrong side. F1 personnel still on the right side of the river, not the left. And you can't stay on the left. Because it's a different visa to get in that way. So, yeah. Sorry, Max, this is the one track you can never ever go to. Unless we helicopter you on, so you just
You could.
parachute
you could.
out.
I mean, in this family, we have form for parachuting.
I know.
So,
D-Day
I
as well.
could.
You wouldn't even get in the plane. You hate flying. It's a bit academic to say you can never go to this Grand Prix, in effect, but you hate flying, you hate boats, you hate trains.
I don't hate trains. I just don't like being alone.
You get car sick.
I do get car sick.
How are you going down on a train on your own as well?
Our sister.
Oh, she's coming here.
No, I don't know. I'm not going down. They're driving me.
Oh, okay. Because you just never taken a train.
I don't know how I'm getting back.
We'll see you in 3 months.
I'll pay personally for someone to come down on a train. They can spend the day in Nottingham and then we can go.
I mean, I would already be in Nottingham for so many times because I've got the World Superbikes at Donington.
If Noemi can go to Germany on her own, I should be able to go from Nottingham.
There's a difference, though. A, we don't care. B, it's you who would actually care to not go on the road.
This is completely me. I'm just like, I don't like being alone.
You've never travelled on your own.
I've never been alone.
No, that's true. Which is weird, considering that we can not see you for hours.
Yeah. I just don't leave the house alone.
You don't leave any. You have not left the house in weeks.
True, I really should go out somewhere.
Go and have a coffee.
I should go to the shop soon. Oh, I tell a lie. Last week, I think I went to Costa.
That was 3 weeks ago.
No. I have a picture somewhere that'll tell me the date.
Track is already starting to dry out in places, JT, as well. That's how quick it is. Track temperature down to 29.7 degrees. And Doohan's not running. Doohan's...
Yeah, absolutely. No.
It was... Hold on. 2 weeks ago. I left the house 2 weeks ago.
Well done.
Congratulations, Megan.
I left the
15
house
days.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
I didn't go out yesterday, I'm down today.
I left the house 11 hours ago.
See?
Yeah.
I need to go to the shops.
Why? Because I go to school every weekday.
What happened to those KFC chips that you didn't finish?
I actually don't know.
Ooh, I'm going to have a look at those. Jack Doohan is getting ready to go into the car as I have a heart attack as the TV pictures break up. Russell goes third, Perez down to 8th, Hamilton top, 129.207.
They might be in the grill. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Do you guys like barbecue sauce, by the way?
Yes.
I made an incredible barbecue sauce in food tech. Should I send you over the recipe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately,
All
yes.
I miss food tech because all we ever seemed to learn in food tech was bread.
JT, did it rain
Some
last
reason.
year in qualifying?
You're going to make me look now, aren't you?
Well, I'm just saying because we've got Hamilton right now to 129.207.
It did, because Oscar Piastri put it in the wall.
Ah, thank you, Omi. Yeah, because like I say, last year's pole time for Verstappen's a 125.858. It says it here in my notes. So I couldn't remember if it rained because I know it rained in 22 as well.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't it dry Q1, then it downpoured?
Must have been, yeah. There's dry line appearing very quickly. Lauren Meekis then, the man who ruined Ferrari strategy department, now team principal at RB, is on the radio.
Yes, hi everyone. Well, you know, we have one set to spend in the practice sessions, no? Between FP1, FP2 and FP3. You know, we think it's actually good to spend it now that we have you know, stable conditions for some sort of wet running. There is nothing that tells us that we'll have something better in FP2. In FP3, you probably want to take a little bit less risk. So, you know, we are running to try to assess the track in these conditions. We know it can be wet in quali, it can be wet in the race, so it's the right time to put some laps in. So, of course, you can see the track is drying up very, very quickly. So I think soon enough you will find the guys reducing the running just because it's going to be a bit too damaging for the set.
Laurent, I want to ask you, you've been a sporting director, you've been at the FIA, you've been involved with rules a lot in your previous career. Why have we got this situation of these tyres being returned only after the 3 sessions? Because there are weekends where people are doing less running to save tyres, and that's not good for the fans on, you know, out in the grandstands on Friday. Why can't we change that?
Yellow,
Well,
sector
you're
9.
right, Aaron. You know, it's
Leclerc.
very difficult to explain why we are not running, and just because we are trying to do 3 sessions with 1 set, we know that on the other side, why we don't have more sets, simply because, you know, we are all very conscious now about all the sustainability aspects, and we try not to come to the racetrack with a crazy number of inter tires. So the one that are not protected for the practice sessions, we are always going to keep them for quali and race, especially on the weekend like that, where it can be wet. You have to use 3 quali sessions, you have the race. So of course, I think you have a point. You know, instead of 1 set for these 3 sessions, we should probably you know,
Shout
have
one across the
more
runoff area.
and try to guarantee a bit more running for all the fans. It's a balancing act.
Laura, if I can ask you one more question before we let you go. I just wanted to ask you about the driver market at the moment. It seems to be really busy out there, and obviously your 2 seats at the moment not confirmed for next year. When might we hear something, and are you likely to make any changes, do you think?
Well, you know, there's been more excitement outside of the team than in the team. You know, from our perspective, we are in the first part of the season. We are pushing very hard to get Yuki and Daniel the cars they need to express themselves at best. Obviously, Yuki has been doing an extraordinary start of the season. He's a natural fit for the team. So things are going well. There is no reason why things are not going to continue. And obviously with Daniel, we are still working very hard to make him more comfortable in the car. Are we in a rush? Not really. There is nothing that pushes us to make an early decision.
Well, Daniel's put himself P3 on the timesheet, and Yuki P4 right now, Laurent, of those out there on track. So hopefully it's a good weekend for you. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll hear from you again across the weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you know what I want up here? I want another monitor, but looking out of a commentary box window, so that we can have a look and see what's actually going on down there in the pit lane. Science, do we expect rain for FP2? Yes, we do. Okay, box now then. So they don't want to cook up the intermediate tyres.
Do you know, if Mika's used to be Ferrari, then they're probably going to end up firing Yuki because he's doing better than Danny Rick right now. I mean, that's what they did with Carlos.
Oh, well, Danny Rick's got another 2-year contract, and apparently Yuki won't. So I can see Yuki ending up at Aston Martin, where Honda are going to be.
What? And then get rid of
Stroll? Probably, yeah. Are you trying to untangle your lead?
Yeah.
Don't. It's not going to work.
Given his father owns the team, are you sure? I mean, he wants to win a championship with his son. I mean, he's going to be there a long time, but he wants to win one.
He's not going to win a world championship with his son, I can tell you that 100% now.
I think he's finally given up on that. I think Stroll needs more practice and, Verstappen to not exist there. Because that's the only way he'd win. Along with a lot of other people not being.
Was that Laserbeam?
I'm not sure.
It looked like... Is he in Montreal? He is in Montreal!
Is he?
Hang on a minute. We're going to YouTube now.
I thought we were already there.
Nah, different YouTube.
Yeah. Possibly.
Hang on a minute. Here my laser. Laser beam. There we go.
There's a lot of green. I'm glad that they've got a lot of green on this.
No, he's back in Australia.
Just look at Ferris wheel.
It's where? Oh yeah. There's Jack doing. That's Alexander Albon.
It's Williams.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's blue, so.
It says Williams Racing.
It looked like doing, to be fair.
They have similar eyes.
They do. Which is surprising considering one is Thai and one's Australian, but still.
Kind of matches. Just imagine a tired Danny Rick or a tired Oscar Piastri. Kind of look of, do not speak to me right now.
I would swear, but I can't on YouTube.
Do you know if they're calling Oscar Piastri, he's like the second coming of Kimi Raikkonen, just like with the moods and just being like, his very calm reactions, just like...
What's the more one done now? Oh, he's waving to the crowd. Lance Stroll, who I must Look, I know I've been critical of him over the past couple of years, but I have finally had it with him after he said what he did in the interview recently about the fact that he's so glad that paid drivers can't pay their way into Formula One. The absolute... And then what he did in Monaco. It's just... Oh. Lance Stroll there. Second worst driver from Canada.
Oh.
We've had 4. Calculate who.
I think I know.
Is it big? What is it beginning with?
I don't know. I'm guessing Omi's not watching because he's deafened, but the TV pics have been frozen for like 2 minutes.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going, of course. Anyone in the chat know who I'm on about? There you go. Are they coming back? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we've had Gilles Villeneuve, Jacques Villeneuve, Nicholas Latifi, and Lance Stroll.
Oh, yeah, I definitely know who you're talking about.
So who's the worst of the bunch?
Latifi.
And do you know what? Despite Jacques winning a world championship, he's not a patch on his dad. Not one single patch. Jack was great in 97, but he had the best car. As it's all too much for Lando Norris, he's gone.
Is he
to sleep.
sleeping in his helmet?
He's gone to sleep
again.
Yeah.
I really hope he actually has a good sleeping schedule because he always seems very, very tired.
No. Ted.
day, Rach, we are going to have some more drivers. Whether it's going to be dry enough for slicks, I think they're looking to find that out. So I'm sure we'll see somebody experimenting with a slick tyre. It's a shame for Sauber that they had that off with Zhou Guanyu. They did need to do some more testing in this session. They found some things on the car in their debriefs and their examination of the data after Monaco that told them some interesting things about where they went wrong on the setup in Monaco. They weren't as bad as they looked. They were pretty much nailed to the back of the grid and to the last 2 places in the race for the whole event. And they have found some things that they wanted to cross-reference. So that's a bit of a shame that Zhou Guanyu had that off. Now, Rachel, I'm going to do this now because I don't want to get Crofty angry about helmet design changes. But have you seen the very amusing Daniel Ricciardo Honey Badger Maple Syrup Badger helmet?
No.
We have a camera down here, and we're going to see
it now.
as much as you can.
Oh, what a mess!
It's it's hilarious.
Someone spilled maple syrup all over his lid.
It looks like either that someone has essentially gone there with a massive carton of maple syrup and just drizzled it on, or it looks like that trick you do if you're particularly mean with your friends, where you smash an egg on their head and see the
I know the one.
go down.
It also looked like my waffle for breakfast yesterday morning.
With raw egg or a maple syrup?
No, maple syrup.
Oh, good. Okay,
and vanilla syrup we had in our hotel breakfast this morning.
So
yesterday
there
morning.
you go.
Vanilla.
Well done to Daniel and to Jens Munzer, I think, who is the helmet painter extraordinaire, who's done that. It really looks a sticky mess for the honey
It
badger.
triggers me to want to get a cloth and wipe it, though, Ted. That's the problem. I want to go and clean it for him.
I don't know about you, Jack, but
A non-Canadian should not touch maple syrup. It's our pride.
Oh, shut up, Alex. Right, okay.
Can we have crepes?
What? Hang on!
I know I said I want crepes earlier, but now I've seen maple syrup and I want crepes.
So now you want me to make crepes, despite the fact that earlier on you told me no.
Well, that was earlier on. I'd only just eaten.
Bloody believable.
Yep.
JT.
Hello.
Hello. Can you set up Omi's OBS? If you sent him yours, all the stuff anyways in the OneDrive.
Right. Is it possibly because my one is easier?
Yes.
Say
one,
yes.
Yeah. Your one's good, considering that you've already set yours up to use.
Road America.
Yeah. Mine is set up to use Road America, but it's just going to be a million times more easy for you to use it.
Yes. Omi always says, because I can't remember what one I sent to Omi and Jess last time, but they were like, this is 100 times easier than Josh's.
Mine is literally...
Well, I guess she's already kind of had to deal with Josh's one.
Oh, hello, Omi.
What, have you already uploaded it?
I already started dealing with it, yes.
Oh. It's not that bad, is it, to be fair?
Well, compared to Josh T, it kind of is.
Well, I made a Road America screen where everything is basically, whatchamacallit, a browser tab, so you don't have to do anything.
Nice.
It didn't look too bad.
Mine is my whole IndyCar OBS is one window source. That's it.
What about browsers?
Everything's browser except one.
Oh, okay.
And that's time in 71.
All right, yeah. I don't know. See which one you two prefer, because it looks like I'm gonna have to go make crepes.
You want them to?
Do we have eggs?
No, probably.
Do we have flour?
No, probably.
Do we have Nutella?
You can have Nutella. I despise Nutella on pancakes.
What are you gonna have then? We've got strawberries.
Yes.
Oh, we can make some interesting crepes. Normal grip conditions as Charles Leclerc has gone out on slick tyres. So, normal grip conditions. And everyone's going out on slick tyres, actually. Gasly, Verstappen, Norris.
Oh, he's woken up, has he?
Sainz as well on dry tyres. They're all on soft, which is the interesting one to go to. 5 minutes to go. It's a voyage out there. See what works. Still a lot of puddles around, so it might be a bit too much. So I'll tell you what's going to be really interesting. Turn 1 and 2. That's where you'll see the real big sort of ruffs around as well. Right, I can hear the rustling. So it's not JT, he's not even holding the mic. See, look, there, look, it's not JT.
Is it Omi?
No, because he's on mute. So it's someone in the Sky F1 commentary box.
Someone's forgetting to mute their mic.
I wonder who.
Must be Jacques Villeneuve.
Should be an interesting feature from Fox this weekend. Mike Joy has been out in Jerry Thompson's 1970s NASCAR.
Oh, wow. I'm going to look forward to watching the NASCAR this weekend and not being a part of it. Even though
I am going to enjoy being on the grid walk for the American Speedfest Euro NASCAR race.
Record it. We'll record it. Video record it with your camcorder and stuff. Get it up on your channel. JT's channel, by the way, starting to boom. Because it's got...
Lando Norris on soft tyres. Leclerc was the first. Is Doohan out?
Yeah, I'm
Doohan's not out.
Doohan is not, no.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello.
There's just been some really bad internet connection today.
Yeah, I just had a mini heart attack 'cause I looked down and it buffered.
It's fine.
I had a 2-second red square on my OBS last time for the first time.
We haven't had that in ages.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had it for
I
the
tell
first
a
time
lie.
on my last broadcast. Josh, guess what launched yesterday?
What?
Starship Flight 4.
Oh, I saw it. Did it land as well? Great, now I want
It
clips.
landed, the booster landed, and the ship landed.
Oh, brilliant.
And
Woohoo!
yeah, they are massively improving. Charles Leclerc off on the run-off at turns 1 and 2 gets a little slide as he goes back onto the circuit because he's on soft tyres, the first to go onto the slicks, and everyone is joining him. But
He's
yeah,
on
a
blue.
little bit slippery as he rejoins with all the leaves.
Yeah, blue grass now as well. They've painted it, so that's going to be extra slippery as well. I wonder how long that's going to last with all the mud that's down there.
I'm surprised they didn't paint it yellow at turn 1. The yellow grass.
Yeah.
They've painted it up at turn 6.
Yeah, here it is, look.
Yellow.
Well, to be fair, it's only because F1 got slammed last year for having the virtual graphics on the track, and 3 cars went straight through them on the opening lap. So they've just gone back to the old tried days of painting the grass with stencils, which I always think just looks better anyway. Don't put the virtual muck on our screens, thank you very much. We'll have the actual painted grass. Look, here it is, look with the Rolex, look.
Hello.
Do it! No, yes, Doohan! Doohan's going out, finally, for his second lap of the session on dry... That's risky. Put the rookie out on dry tyres. Jack Doohan, who we're expecting, of course, to take over from Esteban Ocon, who has been let go from Alpine at the end of this season. They have decided not to renew his contract, and we're all expecting Jack Doohan.
What did we say?
Yeah.
As soon as Gasly and Ocon was announced as teammates,
One of them would be sacked.
it wasn't going to last.
No. I'm surprised they made
It
it 2
hasn't
seasons.
last.
Surprised they made it 2 seasons, to be fair.
I would say I'm surprised the other one
That
didn't
was
take the other
close
one off.
between
but
Hamilton
they
and
have
one of the
repeated it.
Hasses.
Oh, that's a lot from
Hamilton,
K-Man.
yeah, Hamilton's switching that crazy.
Yellow.
Sector 9, Bottas down at the runoff area, and he's stationary. Russell's approaching it now, so is Hamilton. So
Oh, no, I think he's slowly
there he is.
moving.
He's gone green. Yeah. So I reckon he's trundled across the runoff. Yeah. Oh, maybe had a spin as well.
I'm sorry, what? I've just seen from Aston Martin's thing to Stroll and say, okay, lads, we're going to build a big gap to science. I'm just like, it's not a race. You better tell him to actually get his times up, given he is last.
Also, Sainz is down into turn 8 and 9, and Stroll's at turn 6.
Better get a big gap to Sainz. Is second to 20th a big enough gap, or do you want Sainz to go further?
Checker flags out. Lewis Hamilton takes it down to a 1:25.970. Leclerc's got a 1:25.306 at the moment, but these are the glory runs at the end of the session. Piastri goes third. Can't really take too much into this first practice session. Another yellow flag, sector 2.
It's Danny Rick.
Yeah, He's got going now, I think. Yeah, track clear.
Norris
Nice.
goes top.
Sainz, well, Verstappen's not going to do anything here, despite him being in with traffic.
Yellow sector 2 for it.
He's got blocked by Doohan.
Yellow timings, not yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verstappen goes 4th. Sainz goes 2nd. Leclerc is on a faster middle
Who
sector.
just went second?
Sainz.
There we go. It just went really laggy.
Yeah, it took a second, didn't it, as well? But Sainz going up there. Leclerc's got a lot of traffic and kicks up some spray as well. He's got Ricciardo.
Got a purple too, though.
Yeah, look, he's backed off. Yeah.
Ugh, he had such promise for that one.
Well, Stroll, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, then it's Leclerc and Gasly just behind him. Gasly goes 7th, and that's the game. From practice 1, everybody has taken the checkered flag to complete this session.
I've just seen Albon say, so do we box or not? And it's like, yes, box. It's like, it's the end of the session. Please don't stay out.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised I haven't done a practice start, although you won't get much data.
Yeah.
Probably a safety car start anyway if it rains on Sunday.
Probably if we have the level of water which
Yeah.
we
Delay-
had
yeah.
today.
So-
Here's a replay of what happened with Danny Rick.
This is down into turn 8 and 9. Just get to the damp patch. Oh, and so much water in that grass.
Got a bath?
Yeah.
Don't mind
Whoa.
me.
I've got to drain that. That's a
Yeah.
killer there. So much water. And there's the
What
spin.
happened with Bottas?
Aquaplaned off.
Who did he drench?
Verstappen.
No wonder he had a slow time. He's getting annoyed about the fact that he's just had an involuntary shower. Yeah.
Oh, he's looking.
Here
Did
we
he-
go.
Here is Max. He's going to get 6. Oh no, Max has gone off 2. That's why Max was slow.
Oh, a second shower.
That's why he was only 6, Megan. Radio Max.
That was a little off-road excursion. Yep, we saw that.
Max Verstappen goes off in Canadian Grand Prix practice 1. Has he lost it? Cue the clickbait comments. There's Jack Doohan running off. I keep doing this. So
He's
look
the
at-
only one who
Sergeant.
didn't hit the water.
And Stroll as well.
yeah, Sergeant Stroll. Doohan's gone off as well, but we haven't heard that on the radio.
Is that a big enough gap now, Aston Martin?
It's the water under the bridge. It's just catching him out in the braking zone.
Yeah.
That's got to be dried out for the next session, but we're expecting more rain in practice 2 anyway.
So-
Oh, they are doing practice starts.
Certainly
Practice
prove
starts.
something interesting for when it's a race.
What?
If that's what it's like
Yeah.
after conditions, then what's it going to be
Everyone
like?
choosing the dry side of the grid.
It's weird that actually the road closest to the pit lane is the dry side, because that's not the racing line. Well, it is the racing
No.
line, but it's weird here in Canada because we've got the racing line, and then you've got the qualifying line. Whereas the qualifying line is the closest to the right side of the track. The racing line's on the left, so it's a weird format. Alan, there's Bruno Famin there, the team principal at Alpine, soon to be the only employee left if he keeps firing people. Well, he's sacked 7 people in the space of
7?
3 months. Yeah,
7?
7 in the space of 3 months.
And one of them's the driver.
Yeah.
No one's safe from
Chief
this
Technical Officer. Deputy Chief Technical Officer.
And here's the story of how Alpine became wrong.
Alpine aren't dead. They've been dead for a while.
This is just their wake.
Basically, we've just strung their body up and we're using it to hurl cans at.
Yeah, this is just a stop. They're already dead.
They
Yeah.
used to do something similar to criminals back in like the 1500s, you know.
Why I said it. Love how Megan
Andres Vesalius really made use of that to advance medicine.
really thinks that she was the only one who ever studied history. I did more history than her.
I got an A in it and I studied it very relentlessly. I brought a book.
You brought a book.
Yes, on the fabric of the human body by Andres Vesalius. I don't think I know more. I just like to know things. I studied your history notes when I was little. It was very informative. We learnt different things though.
I did more. Correct the teacher at some points as well.
He got to learn about people like the suffragettes.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, our paper was on the British.
much.
Our paper was on the British suffragettes. So what does our teacher do? Teaches the Americans.
That's weird.
Stupid bloody English system, honestly.
I got to learn about what it was like for women pre-World War II, though post-World War One.
Here's the results then from the opening session here. Not really too representative to go through, but it's Lando Norris from Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly, Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez, and George Russell, the top 10. Lance Ricciardo, 11th. Tsunoda 12th, Magnussen 13th, Hülkenberg 14th, Alonso 15th, Sargent 16th, Stroll 17th, Zhou 18th, Dewitt 19th, and Albon in 20th place. So then, Megs, what did you make of that first session?
I think quite a few of the drivers got a really nice shower.
Yeah, not the greatest, was it really? What about you, GT?
Well, it was a little bit quiet at the start, a little bit of a podcast. At least we don't have, unfortunately, there will be no episode of the Stage 2 JBMotorsports podcast this week. That will return next time out. I think we are doing NASCAR next week.
You are, I'm not. I'm out the next two.
Oh, yeah, because it's Iowa.
Someone on a
Yeah.
speedboat.
Yeah.
Can I get in that way?
I don't.
I'll be doing it. They have put the exposure up a lot there.
Yeah, that's
so it looks...
dry.
That is bright.
That is not the right track at all. So, practice 2 is at 9:45 p.m. tonight. JT will be taking you through the first IndyCar session there with IndyCar Radio. That's at 9. Practice 3, 5:15 tomorrow. Qualifying at 8:45 as well. And also, we'll be having all the race action. We're underway 6 p.m. British time. Lights out at 7. And as well, we'll have IndyCar and NASCAR on at the same time as well, 8:30 British summertime. Well, my thanks to JT and my thanks to Megan. The first session ends then here for the Canadian Grand Prix, a wet one. We're expecting more rain in practice 2 later on today. Join us in 2.5 hours' time for the action. Bye-bye.